Hey YouTube, this is Sack Guy. I want to show you today a knife I've had since 1977. It's a knife I carried around to do minor stuff, open up packages, cut string, open letters, sharpen a pencil, so on. It was a handy little knife, fit into the pocket. It's very slim, kept a good edge. It's got a modified clip blade, or almost a drop point blade. It's the Valor Sport. Bring that up. See if we can focus in on that. As I said, I picked it up in 1977 when I was in Alaska. Blade is stainless steel, 440 stainless, as is the rest of the knife. It's got rosewood inlays. It is a lockback. And closes up to a nice little package. The back of the handle is much wider, and it helps with holding it. When you're holding it in your hand, it gives you a little bit more to hold on to. And as I said, most of the time I've used it, it was opening packages or letters or whatnot. So I wasn't doing any major cutting with it. As you can see, it's not that big. It's not a one-handed opening knife. It's has the nail nick here to open it up. And see here, see if the camera will get that without the glare. It says on there Sport, so we know what it is. Now the specs on the knife are: the blade is 1 3/4 inches long. The handle is 2 2/3 inches long. The overall length is 4 9/16 inch. The blade thickness is 1/16, and the knife's thickness is 5/16. So if you look here, see the thickness of, hold it there, see it a little bit better. As I said, it's a very thin knife. It has brass liners here that you can see on the back, or the back spring, alongside the back spring, and then again here. The knife for me was very handy if I needed something. You need just like tap on something, few times, tack down I don't know, paper clip or whatever, not paper clip, but a staple or anything like that. It was just a very handy knife to carry for me. It fit in the pocket of my fatigues very easily. It was very flat, low profile, didn't have to worry too much about falling out, and it just wasn't very heavy. Most of the stuff I did at that time, I worked in an office. I didn't need a big knife. I could use this. At that time, I also carried a large buck folder, the Buck 110, which I'll do a video on, another video on. But this knife was the one I carried the most at the time because it was very light for its day. This was before they came out with the plastics and everything. It was the late 70s when I carried it the most. I still carry it every now and then. When I'm going through my collection, I'll find it and I'll just have a little bit of nostalgia, and I'll throw it in my pocket for a few days. I keep it on my dresser just to have a handy little knife if I need to cut some string or thread or what have you, open packages. I have carried it when I'm out in the field working on cell sites, and I've used it to strip wires and whatnot. Again, just a small handy little knife. They don't make them anymore. It's one of the reasons I'm doing the video, is just to show some of the older knives that I've collected over the years. And again, this is the Valor Sport. If you go online and try to look it up, you can't find it. You always come up with the Valor Super Sport, which was just a little bit bigger than this one, and the handles were about the same size, but it was a little bit thicker here in the at the hilt. So that's it. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. And remember, always be prepared.